Hello, Fred Gar here. I want to welcome all the members of the Secret Silver Stacking Society. And in this video, I want to talk about a couple of different things. I want to talk about the stimulus. I want to talk about this audiobook, actually 3 audiobooks in this package, and a couple of coins I happen to acquire. So basically, this audio program right here is a Rich Dad program. It's actually Rich Dad's Classics. It has Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It has Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. And it has Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. I think these are probably the 3 best books ever written about personal finance, business, starting a small business and then having a big business, investing. I recommend these 3 books to anybody who wants to be an investor or wants to invest their money. I highly recommend reading these books before you try to get into investing or starting a business. It gives you a great foundation. Now the coins here I have, as you can see, this is a 40% Kennedy and another 40% silver. Kennedy $50. I have some, oops, did I drop one? No, it looks like I did. I have these barber dimes here, which I love. And these are all what I gave to a relative that unfortunately passed away, but I got them back. So stimulus. I know a lot of people are doing different things with their stimulus, and I wanted to come to you and make a video about it and talk about it because I got a stimulus, and people are using it for different things. Some people are going out and buying silver. Some people are paying money towards their credit cards. Some people are paying off debt. And what's my opinion? I think we all have unique situations. Now, I want you to think for a minute. A person who's paying off their debt is different than a person who is deeply, deeply in debt. If you're deeply in debt, putting money towards that debt may not be the best answer, and I'll tell you why. Because if I owed, let's say $30,000 in debt, unless it's going to pay off a smaller debt, is $600 going to make that big of a difference? That's a key question to ask yourself. I'm not saying that you shouldn't put money towards paying that debt, but savings could be a good strategy for you as well. I'm not saying save and buy silver, but if you don't have very much cash, or you're saving up cash to maybe move or for emergencies, you may want to consider putting some money back for that emergency. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, Fred, you're telling people not to pay off debt." Oh, Fred, I'm not saying don't make debt payments, but at the same time, what I am saying is $600, let's say it's a $50,000 in debt or something like that, some number, whatever numbers I threw out before. But if I was $50,000 in debt and I didn't have much savings, throwing $600 at that debt isn't going to make a difference. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to be angry and get mad about that. A lot of people aren't going to like me for saying that. But a $600 payment is not going to make that much difference. As long as you're making your payments, I'm not saying don't make payments now. It's important to make your payments. But $600 trying to use that to pay off your debt, the math doesn't add up, I think savings is important, or having an emergency fund is important. Having both of those things are important, and that may serve you better than putting it all towards your debt. It would be different if you were wiping out that debt. If the $600 would pay off the credit card or the loan or whatever, that's a different scenario. But if you're deeply, deeply in debt, almost to the point of bankruptcy or something like that, putting $600 toward it may not be enough. You know what I mean? You may have to do some serious, take some serious steps to get out of that type of debt. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm giving you my personal opinion, so I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion on how, depending on how much debt you have, $600 may not be enough. Now, if we get another stimulus, maybe a $1,400 stimulus or a $2,000 stimulus, or it's $2,000 stimulus every month, which I hope we do, that would be great. You know, that could be a different scenario. That may allow you to knock off a lot of debt, and that may be a good thing. But I want people to understand, with jobs and businesses closing, having an emergency savings account is important, because, and I know I talk about it all the time, I know a lot of people get tired of hearing about me talking about having 6 months to a year's worth of expenses and so on and so forth, but let me tell you this. I'm telling you that because if you lose your job and you paid off you put all that money towards that debt, and you have no emergency savings, it's not going to do you any good if you're homeless. So what I'm trying to tell you is, think logically for a minute. I know it's hard. I know the emotions are high, especially when you're deep in debt. There's a lot of people who owe student loans and things like that. And that is a different scenario from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about credit card debt, high interest debt, that $600 isn't going to put a dent into. I'm talking about that kind of debt. Now, I have been in debt. I've taken out loans, and I paid more than the minimum payment. And it was different because, one, the interest was a bit lower, and two, the loan amount was lower. So I paid extra on my payment, and there was no penalties. So, you know, it's different when you owe a lot of money. The strategy, you may have to adopt another strategy. You may have to, like I say, work a second job, or a side gig, or a side hustle. You may have to do those things to help you to eliminate that debt, because you want it to add up to thousands of extra dollars versus hundreds of extra dollars going to a large amount of credit card debt, because a couple $100 may not be enough. It may not be enough. The interest, you may be just paying off that interest, you know. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's better than letting it grow. Yeah, but you need different tools. You can't just use one tool. You know what I mean? It's a situation that may require more tools. So this video is really about, some people want to use their stimulus for silver. Some people want to use it to pay off debt. Some people want to put it towards debt. And I think we're all in unique situations. So we all have to make sound judgment. And I encourage you, the people that are watching this video, to make good decisions and to think outside the box in terms of what you want to do to get out of debt. I know a lot of people preach, get out of bad debt. Get out of debt altogether, some people say. There's no such thing as good debt. I don't believe that. I think there is such a thing as good debt. But at the same time, I think you always should have some emergency money put aside for anything that could happen. Even if you own rental properties, okay? There's people that own real estate right now, and because of the laws being passed, or the temporary things being passed, their tenants aren't paying rent. So how are you going to pay the mortgage if there's no cash flow coming in? That's why I say emergency money is important. That's why I say having a year's worth of expenses, at least, if not income, is important. Because the reality of it is, the economy is changing. It's going through changes. It's shifting. And it's always good to have a cushion to protect yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't make your credit card payments. Make your credit card payments. Try to knock off that debt. It's important. And I'm not against doing that. I'm just saying your strategy, the same old strategy you used before getting into debt, may not be good enough to get yourself out of debt. And that's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope you find it helpful. I just wanted to come to you guys, talk to you about this great audio book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Many of you read Many of you read Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. That book changed my life. It really, I'm rereading it right now, so I'm really getting a lot out of it. Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, that's another great book. That one really helped me think about different plans and strategies, you know, for investing. So, like I said, you guys think about it. Think about these things I bring up. Hopefully you like this video, you'll give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down, leave a comment. If you liked it, leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, leave a comment. I just appreciate the feedback. And like I said, this is an unconventional video for me. I just have talked to different people in different situations, and their mindset is using same old techniques to deal with new problems, and those techniques may not be good enough. I just want to say, hey, you may have to make some changes. Okay, Fred Gar here, signing off. Take care. Enjoy your day.